Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. I know it's 4:45, but it's going to be very exciting, very energetic. My name is Dr. Dramberger. I have been in the hotel business for 35 years. Tourism, hotels. I've been a DMC, a tour operator, hotel sales. I've been a buyer for MICE. So I've been on both the buyer side and the supplier side. Today we're going to talk about selling techniques, the selling process in, for example, the Chinese market, okay? 35 years, some of my affiliations. I just published a book, The Destination Diaries. If you want it, see me after and I'll tell you how to get the book. There are 195 countries in the world, and I've been to 180 of them. So it's a very good read about stories of people that I've met, their triumphs and struggles. It's a very good book, The Destination Diaries. Okay, I'm going to skip this because Dr. Lee talked a lot about statistics. So we're going to go into this. The development of DISC. Who has heard of DISC before? DISC. It's behavior, why we do what we do, why travelers do what they do. For example, there are 3 types of travelers. Do you understand? Can you hear? There are 3 types of travelers: psychocentric, mid-centric, and allocentric. Psychocentric travelers tend to go to the same destination year after year. For example, I live in Istanbul, I go to Marmaris every year. I go to Marmaris every year. Mid-centric travelers go on a package deal to Asia, to Africa, but it's a package deal. They have to know where they're staying, what they're doing, their itinerary. Allocentric people will buy a one-way ticket to Nepal and go with a backpack, right? How many people are psychocentric travelers here? Raise your hand. Psychocentric, 1. Mid-centric, mid-centric, 2, 3, and then allocentric. Good. Oh, that's nice. I'm allo as well. I'm allocentric as well. Okay, DISC stands for dominant, influencing, steady, and cautious. Repeat it. Dominant, influencing, steady, and cautious. Those are the 4 types of behavior from a buyer and a seller we all have. And how you get this Chinese market is how the buyer reacts. You, the seller, has to read your buyer. You have to read your buyer, okay? We're going to go into a short 3-minute video. Dominant, influencing, steady, and cautious. Results-oriented for dominant, people-oriented for influencer, steady, creative, and analytical, cautious. How many dominant people do we have in the room? Dominant people. Dominant. If you think you're a dominant person, raise your hand. What about steady? Steady. Influencing? Influencing, okay, and cautious. Cautious. How many people are type A personality? That's dominant, okay, great. Okay, this will explain a little better.
This is a short introduction to DISC, the universal language of behavior. Before we get too deep into what DISC is, let's start with what it is not. DISC is not about intelligence, values, or skills. DISC is not about personality. A common misunderstanding is that DISC measures your personality. That's not true. Personality is basically everything you are, including your values, motivations, emotions, beliefs, habits, attitudes, and much more. For this reason, your unique personality is very hard to measure. DISC is only about your observable behavior. It is only about how we act and communicate. DISC is universal in explaining behavior regardless of age, gender, country, culture, industry, organization, and position. So let's have a look at the DISC model. This model is based on 2 interesting axes, with people who are outgoing to the right and reserved to the left. and people who are more task-focused on the top, and those who are more people-focused on the bottom. So that's the basic framework. Let's look at the 4 factors in more detail. The D stands for dominance. It's about how you deal with problems and challenges. People use words like direct, forceful, assertive, decisive, and aggressive to describe people who score high on the D scale. For those who score low on the D scale, words like peaceful, mild, undemanding, and cooperative are used. The I stands for influence. It's about how you deal with people and contacts. People use words like outgoing, talkative, friendly, optimistic, and trusting to describe people who score high on the I scale. For those who score low in the I scale, words like factual, logical, suspicious, and pessimistic are often used. The S stands for steadiness. It's about how you deal with pace and consistency. People use words like relaxed, stable, passive, patient, and easygoing to describe people who score high on the S scale. For those who score low on the S scale, words like active, demonstrative, eager, and impulsive are often used. The C stands for compliance. It's about how you deal with procedures and constraints. People use words like careful, accurate, systematic, methodical, and analytical to describe people who score high on the C scale. For those who score low on the C scale, words like independent, opinionated, arbitrary, and self-willed are often used. To find out your own DISC style, it's as simple as completing a short online questionnaire. You enter your code, complete the questionnaire, and approximately 10 minutes later, you'll know your own DISC style.
I will tell you how to get it.
Once you've done your DISC debrief, you can share it with others. DISC is the world's most popular assessment tool because this one tool has so many uses. People use DISC around the world for leadership development, communication training, team building, sales effectiveness, recruitment and selection, customer service, coaching, and management. Applying DISC to these topics is an easy 3-step process. Step 1, understand yourself by knowing your own style. Step 2, learn and understand other people's style. Step 3, interact with others the way they prefer to communicate for more effective engagement. To find out more or to sign up for your own assessment, go to www.claritybusiness.ca/DISC.
Okay, it was a good short video on DISC. Dominant, influencing, steady, and cautious. We're all one of those characteristics, and your buyer will be one of those characteristics as well. We're going to have role playing up here on stage. So there'll be a buyer and a supplier, tourism, trying to get the Chinese market into Turkey. Okay? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. We all know about that. Buying decision. Chinese buy technical, psychological, and situational. Those are the 3 factors that they buy. There is a model called destination life cycle. Who's heard of the product life cycle? Destination life cycle, anyone? Introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. I'm going to tell you a city in the world, and you tell me what category it falls into. Introduction, maturity, growth, maturity, or decline. Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia. Introduction, growth, maturity, or decline. As far as the perception of tourism. Maturity. Okay, that's right. Okay, Istanbul. Istanbul, tell me. What? Growth. I agree. And the beauty of this product is anything that's on the decline level, if you change your product or service a little bit with a hotel, an attraction, a new airline coming in, anything like that, it can go back into the introduction stage. Okay? Sales and service. The Chinese love service. Very, very important. We're going to go through the 4-step selling process, You can get them here, but you can only get them here once. You want repeat guests. You want repeat customers, repeat groups, right? Dr. Lee talked about 70% are FIT and 30% are group. Is that correct? From the Chinese market into Turkey? Okay. Global tourism industry. Human capital is very important. Human capital is your frontline employees. They're the ones that come in contact with your guests. For example, if a Chinese citizen coming from Hong Kong, Beijing, is coming into Istanbul on a long flight, they know they have a pickup to the airport, from the airport to a hotel. Nobody picks them up. That's not good. That's not good at all. So infrastructure is important, and your marketing is important too. And we'll talk about marketing a little later. Okay, we're going to talk about, we talked about the DISC personalities. We're going to talk about the compass selling process, the buyer, seller, supplier, hotels, transportation, food and beverage, and entertainment are the 4 components of tourism. Those, right? Those are the 4 components of tourism. Okay, compass selling training. First, you have to prepare for the sale. When I was in sales back in the hotel industry, we didn't have internet. We didn't have computers. We called with files. Remember that? I'm dating myself. I'm not as old as you are. But now, before you even contact that client, that tour operator, that travel agency in China to have a joint venture or partnership, research their company first. Very, very important. Making the sales call. You're actually going to China or they're coming here, one or the other. Be prepared. Know your product or service. Very important. Number 3 is the hardest, overcoming objections. Why do you think that's the hardest in the selling process? Overcoming objections. Because, please, microphone, right here. Overcoming objections is the 3rd step, and that's the hardest step in the 4-step sales process.
So you should have a self-clarity. If you don't know what to do, how to overcome, so what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, correct. And they can say, in Japan, let's say, for example, I did a lot of business in Japan, and I would say, do you understand? Yes. Do you want to have the piece of business? Yes. That doesn't mean they're going to sign the contract.
Correct.
So different personalities, different cultures are different. Very important. Dr. Lee, in my professional opinion, is dominant, right? Very nice gentleman, but very dominant. So how do you play on dominant role? That's what we're going to talk about, okay? So preparing the sale, you research, making the sales call, you determine their needs. They may not, for example, if you have a, who does mice here? Anybody do mice? You do mice, okay. For example, let's say that you have a client or a guest, traveler, that doesn't even want the convention center, and you're explaining the convention center to them. Listen to my needs first, tailor-make your hotel or venue around convention center, around my needs, and that's how you sell the product. You have to overcome objections, handling objections, and gain commitment. I do one-day sales seminars on just this because it's very involved. Okay, C-Trip, Chinese, 130 million. I was right, Dr. Lee said the same thing. 115 million spent, increased by 5%. Top 3 countries that China are visiting, Turkey, Morocco, and Tunisia in 2017, according to C-Trip. That's good for you, that's good for Turkey. Chinese website, he didn't touch on a couple of things that I'm going to touch on. 80% book online. So 80% of the Chinese market book online. Okay, so you have to really be prepared online. You have to use their websites, their engines, not your own, theirs. 80% book online, 70% are FIT, 30% are group. Independent free travelers, like Dr. Lee said, they want to discover the world. TV is very important to the Chinese. And what country do you think is number 2 in the world outbound to the Chinese market? What country do you think in the world? Outbound, China to that country. What? Thailand? Thailand's number 1. What's number 2? No. New Zealand. You know why it's New Zealand? TV shows, reality shows. They have stars from New Zealand go to China and market New Zealand. How clever is that? And I know they do movies here. I know they do movies in Istanbul. I know they do. See, New Zealand promotion. She's a famous actress in China, and that's somebody from New Zealand. Chinese website, example. Best way to get Chinese tourists, internet is king, exactly. You have to create a fantasy. They like images, quality destinations. WeChat, Weibo as well. Who's familiar with Weibo? You are? Okay, explain to the audience. We can't hear you. We need another mic, please.
Hi, we are a paragliding company, and 90% of our revenue is from China. And we use Weibo to promote our photos and videos.
Oh,
and
good.
Also promotions.
Good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, Dr. Lee talked about 80 million are active users. WeChat is number 1 in China. You have to know that. We were in China. I was speaking at a conference in China 3 months ago in Qingdao. And we had yen and we had credit cards, but we didn't have WeChat. We couldn't buy anything. So it's very important. Another website, examples. Fantasy is very important in China. The luxury market. Dr. Lee was talking about that as well. This is an example of a PR agency in China. I would advise you to partner with a PR agency in China because they know the market, right? They're on the ground. They know the market. So partner with a PR agency. This is a good agency in China. Case studies. Examples of promotion. Key opinion leaders. Not only a star, but a government official from Turkey. Who is the top movie star in Turkey right now? Who's the top movie star in Turkey? Who's a good movie star in Turkey? Or a singer? What about a singer? What's her name? Tarkan. Yet someone needs to communicate with her to do a promotion in China about Turkey, singing a song, video, or whatever, something like that. You have to be creative because they're always online. Webinar, who's heard of Mafenghua? Anyone? You have. Explain to the audience.
Hello. Hi, Mafengo, one of the agencies that we work with, a Chinese local agency, is listed on Mafengo.
Okay.
Actually, it's basically, they are doing the brokerage. Basically, Mafengo finds the end user, and our broker is selling us this is the end user, basically.
Correct.
So they are representing us through Mafengo.
Okay, good. Very important. Very important. Okay. Lights, camera, action. Again, I talked about the New Zealand. Popular film destinations are Ireland, Turkey, Morocco, Iceland, and Thailand. You're in there. So that is excellent. You're in there. Are there any questions right now? Any questions? Anybody has questions? Okay. We have a couple minutes to role play. We're going to role play. And I just published my book. People who volunteer to come up on stage and role play, I will give them a book, a signed copy of my book. Okay? Who wants to volunteer and be dominant? A dominant Chinese buyer. Who has experience with Chinese buyers? Anyone? No one? Okay, I'll be the buyer. Who wants to come up and be the tour operator, the hotel, the travel agency, anyone? Please, I love volunteers. If you don't volunteer, I will ask you. Okay, this is very good and very important. Sir, would you please come up?
Yeah, but I'm not really experienced.
You don't have to be experienced. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Yep.
Come on, guys. It's Friday afternoon. What is your name?
Uğur.
And where do you work?
I work in kind of online travel agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
What we do is like, for now we are like focusing on the marketing.
Okay.
Like creating contents
Okay.
about specific region in Turkey.
Okay. In Turkey?
So yeah, in Turkey it's Cappadocia mainly.
Cappadocia.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
fine. I am a client from Beijing, dominant, and he's trying to sell me on Cappadocia. Does everyone understand the situation? This personality, dominant, influencing, steady, and cautious. I'm going to be dominant, and he's going to try to sell me on Cappadocia, the destination, and we're going to go through the 4-step sales process. He's already contacted me, so we've already prepared the sale. We're making the sales call now, and he's going to try to overcome objections. One objection that he has about Cappadocia. Who's from Cappadocia? Anyone? Who's been to Cappadocia? Raise your hand. Nobody's been. You've been. What one thing do they need in Cappadocia? Microphone, please.
Weather is important.
Weather.
Yeah.
Okay. But what infrastructure are they lacking?
Are lacking. Transportation is good in there.
So
Actually,
weather.
There is hardly anything
Weather.
lacking in there. Weather will be if the bad condition, they can't
Okay.
do, for instance, hot
Yeah.
air balloon.
Okay.
Weather, or the roads might be get stuck.
Evet, evet.
Okay, to the whole.
Evet. She's
What did
saying,
she say?
She's saying like mainly in Cappadocia we are providing what we have culturally, but we're not thinking about mainly about the foreigners like the Chinese people. It's like we are giving food of ours and also the culture and the history and everything, but we are not thinking mainly at the opposite side, not making empathies.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is my objection. The food. Okay.
The necessities of the foreigners mainly. We are not
Okay,
focusing.
that's fine. You have great hot air balloons. I've been there, but the food.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's go. I'm dominant. Remember that. Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Thank you for meeting me. As you
Yeah.
know, we have a big group, 100 people going to Cappadocia.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned though.
Yeah.
Your food. You don't. My people want rice. They want noodles.
Okay. Is it the food is the real main concern?
The food is the main
Okay.
concern.
So I'm gonna try to solve that.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of?
Just rice, noodles,
Okay.
pot stickers,
Okay.
anything.
Can you later send me the information about the specific food so I can try to make it with in the hotel for you?
Okay, if you do that,
Yeah.
can you give me a 5% discount on the rooms?
If I do what? Sorry.
If you give me the menus,
Okay.
the negotiated price that you charge, can I get a 5% discount on that?
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the deal's done. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Give them a round of applause. Dominant people are fast, decisive. They know what they want. Now, in his mind, I don't know what rate he quoted. What's an average rate here?
Average?
140 liras a night? What's an average
Yeah,
rate?
it depends. It depends on
3-star, 4-star? Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah.
Okay. He addressed my concerns about the food. He's going to give me menu. And I asked him for a 5% discount, and he said yes. So it's a win-win situation. So we close the deal. Okay, that's a dominant person. Now, steady person's a little harder. Who wants to come up and be, I'll be steady. Who wants to be a steady person? Anyone, please. He came up. He gets a book. Anyone? Steady. Sir. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what's the difference in personality and buying behavior?
Can you remind me of the steady?
Yes, steady is very, what's a famous car here? A Fiat, not a Fiat, but a normal car.
Volkswagen.
Toyota. I've had a Toyota for 10 years. I shop at Migros every day. I'm very steady. I don't change a lot. I don't change. Okay? Let's give him a round of applause, please, for coming up here and doing it. State your name and who you're with.
Yeah, my name is Deniz. I'm with Hanuman Paragliding from Fethiye in Turkey.
Okay.
We do paragliding 12 months alone.
Nice.
Chinese
Oh, this is
people
going to
are
be good.
our guests. Yeah, Chinese
Okay,
are the
good.
#1 guests.
Okay, great. Okay, here we go. Hi.
Hi, nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you.
Nice to
How are
meet
you
you. Thank you very much for meeting me.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, our people, our group loves paragliding.
Great.
And I hear you have some great paragliding.
Yes, we do.
But I'm a little concerned about safety. Can you explain the safety procedures that you do?
Sure, of course. It's safety has been a concern for many of our guests. We understand your concern, but we have a great record of our insurance coverage, which we can show you our track record from last 4 years that we had no accidents, no minor accidents, no major accidents. So I can show you some proofs to make you feel more comfortable about the safety issue.
Okay. You're sure?
Our track record shows that we are sure.
You have a track record.
Yes.
Good. Okay, well, if you have a track record, I feel comfortable in doing it. So that's good. That's good. Okay, where do I sign? Thank you very much. Good. So he got, let's give him a round of applause. He got the sale. Steady buyers are hard because they don't like change. They don't like change. Now we're going to do influencer. What's an influencer? People who like people. People who like people and they're very talkative, right? I'm influencer and dominant. Dominant and influencer. That's what I am. Who wants to be an influencer? Anyone? We'll switch. Okay, good. You're an influencer. Thank you very much for volunteering. Now, do you want to be the buyer? Can you be the buyer?
I buy you something?
Yeah, you're the buyer. You're the Chinese buyer. Are you familiar?
Chinese buyer?
Yeah. Are you familiar with the Chinese market?
No.
Okay,
not
I'll be the
very
I'll be the Chinese
the
buyer.
China system.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm the influencer, and the influencer, the way you get them is the way. Oh, okay. The way you get them is to basically. I lost my train of thought. Talk about them, what they like, what they don't like, stuff like that. Okay. You're concerned about me. Okay. I'm number one.
I get your attention. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But don't work. So sorry.
And your name?
My name is Salahuddin. I'm from
And-
Algeria.
Algeria.
I'm a tourist here, and I work in travel agency in Algeria. I come here to see ASCT. This
Fair. Convention. Good. Well, thank you very much for volunteering. Okay. Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
How are you? Yeah.
Good.
Fine, thank you, and you?
Good. Fine.
Let me
Really
see
good.
you. Why
yeah.
you don't come in here?
I'm sorry. I've been very busy. I've been
Ah.
doing this, and that.
You
I
have
didn't
to
see you at the
relax.
club. I didn't see you at the bar. You weren't there. Why weren't you there?
I get for a little busy. Yeah.
I
can't
guess
be
so.
there.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Well, listen, let's talk about our group.
Okay.
I have a big group coming from China
Okay.
and coming to Turkey.
Okay.
And I want to I'm looking at your travel agency.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
let me ask you this. Why are you different than 10 other travel agencies out there that offer the same hotel, the same food, the same entertainment, same transportation, everything?
And you don't have the same friends? and same
Oh,
buyer.
I know. You're my friend. I know.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
And
I
with
know.
me, you can have a safety. Okay. I can get you from the airport.
Okay.
Make your transfers.
Okay.
You know I'm coming. It's not like the same agency.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't come.
Okay.
You know me.
I know
Okay.
you. Yeah, I know you
I
for
come.
years.
Yeah, okay, I come to take you from the airport, I take you to the hotel, I take you to do city tour.
Okay.
So I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give me, everything is fine, but I need a discount, like 20% on the
20%.
package, on the package. Yeah.
It's okay, but I can take you 10% discount, okay, and I'll offer you another city tour. Another.
No, I want 20%. No. No. I don't know. Let me think about it. Okay, let me think.
Yeah, I will take you to
So
visit
you'll offer
a-
me
a good
10%
place to
plus
visit.
a free city tour. Plus a free city tour.
Okay, yeah, one
One-
city tour plus
one city
for
tour.
your client,
Okay,
free.
right now. When you're negotiating, don't give away the store. Do you know what I mean by that? Don't give everything out. If they say, okay, 5%, okay, 10%, 15%, you have to have a line where that's it. Nothing. No more, nada, nothing. Because you have costs. You have costs and you need to make money. Everyone needs to make a profit, right? So just keep that in mind. The good thing that he did, he gave you a soft cost. He said 10%, not 20, but he also said, I'll give you a free city tour. That's not going to cost him much, a free city tour. Walking city tour, he doesn't have to have a bus, or we could take the metro, depending on what city we're in, right? So that's good. Give him a round. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause. He was very good, very good. Our last one, and then I'll open it up to questions, is the hardest. Cautious, cautious. Everyone knows what cautious is. Cautious. I need one more volunteer. Thank you very much. Did you volunteer? You came in late. Thank you. No? You don't want to volunteer? It's Friday afternoon. Come on. It's Friday afternoon. Sir, come on. Come on. From Algeria. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's give our friends from Algeria a round of applause. Are you from Algeria? Oh, Moroccan. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I did Marathon des Sables 10 years ago. Do you know Marathon des Sables in Ouarzazate?
Yeah,
I did that. Ran.
you're on in Ouarzazate?
7 days with a backpack in Morocco.
Yeah, you are traveling, trip.
No, it was a trip, tour. Okay, I'm cautious. Give me one scenario. Why am I cautious? Chinese people going to here. Why am I cautious? Tell me, anyone. Safety, okay, safety. Safety is my objective, overcoming objections. Okay, hello.
Hello,
How are you? Good, good. Listen, the proposal looks good that you're sending me. My people love it, but I'm a little cautious on the security. Can you convince me that you will do a good job in securing my people?
We have all the security in our. We have all the security, and you can see. I can give you our fast traveling.
Yeah?
And you can see all, no accident, no anything.
So a
happened to
report,
the
you're gonna
others
give me a
people.
report.
Report,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine, that's fine. Okay, I think it's good. What do you think? Yes? Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, I'll
Thank you
do the
so
deal. Let's give a round of applause. That was cautious. You go more into detail when you have more time. Are there any questions? Any questions that you have? I can give you my card. You can email me afterwards with my card. WhatsApp me, whatever you want. Any other questions? Did everyone understand? Dominant, influencing, steady, cautious. That's very important. You can have the best travel agency, the best hotel, the best airline, Turkish Airlines. I fly Turkish, it's great. But if you don't have a good salesperson representing them, trying to convince a buyer, one of those four personalities, you're not going to get them. You're not. Okay? Thank you very much. It's Friday afternoon. It's 5:20. Thank you very much for your time.